Often hear people say things like, when I have such and such amount of money, I'm going to help this person or that person, or I'm going to do this good deed or that good deed. That is, they try to justify the prosperity they're asking for by promising that they will selfishly keep it. Hi everyone, welcome back. This is Wari Ellis-Dokubo from Vivid Realm, the channel that helps you develop your self-awareness. And in this video, I'm going to discuss 3 things that would help you maintain a healthy, selfish attitude. Justifying the prosperity one is asking for by saying that you will selfishly keep it is a natural response, or should I say an indirect way of expressing your ulterior motive. Yes, it is true that most people would like to uplift other people, but your ulterior motive would not entirely be to uplift others. Your ulterior motive is just to satisfy who you truly are. You know you are made in God's image, and God is love. So who you are is love. Your essence is love. Love craves to help other people. Love hates to see other people suffer. Love wants other people to be happy. Love just cares about the happiness and well-being of others. That is your ulterior motive. That is why you find yourself trying to justify the prosperity you're asking for. So when somebody calls you selfish, or when somebody says you're selfish, that might upset you, or you might feel bad, because that word actually runs contrary to who you truly are. And number one. Number two, that word is being used interchangeably to mean things like self-centredness or narcissism. So that is not what I am talking about here. The selfishness I am talking about here is the kind of selfishness that the Bible says, do unto others as you would want them to do unto you, or love thy neighbor as you love yourself. So when you love yourself and you become selfish enough to love yourself, then you would know how to love your neighbor, or you would know how to treat other people. That is the kind of selfishness, healthy selfishness I'm talking about here. Sometimes when some people say, don't be selfish, what they're telling you indirectly is, don't satisfy your own selfish needs, satisfy theirs. That is what they are trying to tell you. So sometimes some people would use this word to manipulate one, to mold one into boxes that one is not supposed to be in. That is why you have to be careful about when people use such words against you. You have to know what they really mean. So with that, I want to go straight to the first point. First point is that you should know who you are, because if you do not know who you are, other people will try to mold you into what you're not, and the sheer pressure of trying to keep up with what you're not will be so much on you that you'll be stressed out. So you really have to know who you are. But if you allow other people to mold you into boxes, that this is what they're expected to be, or that is what they're expected to be, and then it comes a point that you decide to say, yes, it is enough is enough, I want to live for myself, I want to do the things that I want, then you would hear them say things like, oh, you're selfish, or you're uncooperative, or that you're unreasonable. When it comes to that extent, when you have to stand for yourself, I would say, yes, agree to be selfish. Just live for yourself, live for your life, and do what you think is right for you, so long as you're not infringing on other people's right, or you're not stopping other people from doing the things that they would do. So I would say, I would want you to go out, live your life, and refuse to be coerced into conforming or into performing. Just be who you are. So you have to know who you are. Secondly, try not to be a people pleaser. If you try to please everybody apart from yourself, you can run into so many problems. Some of us waste a lot of energy and time trying to please other people because that is what is expected of us. Sometimes this expectation is deep-rooted. say, for example, a teacher or a parent might want a child to behave in a particular way by coaxing the child to behave in that way. So when the child behaves the way the teacher or the parent wants, the parent or the teacher would reward the child. But when the child behaves the way the parent or teacher does not want, they discipline the child. So right from childhood, you've been conditioned to have this behavior response attitude. So you end up coaxing yourself away from your joy into the perceived joy of your parent or your teacher or your role model. So that is how in our attitude we try to please others without even knowing that sometimes it does us no good. But with self-awareness, you can begin to please yourself first before you please any other person. As for me, because of my religious orientation, I please God first, then myself. It wasn't always like that. Yes, it was always that God was first, but I put myself maybe third or fourth place because I put other people first. But with self-awareness, I'm beginning to know that if I don't truly love myself, if I don't do things for myself, I will not be able to follow the golden rule that says love your neighbor as you love yourself. So I do love myself a lot so that I will be able to have the capacity to love others. The third thing you can do to maintain a healthy, selfish mindset is to be focused on anything you set your heart on doing. If you're not focused, other people would end up telling you what they think ought to be important in your life. So selfishly guard your God-given goals. Goal achievers make their own decisions. Yes, you can seek the opinion of people around you, but the ultimate decision would have to come from you. We are all born free. We are born in the image of God. We are born to create things and to think for ourselves. So selfishly guard your God-given goals. If not, other people are going to set your goals for you. And they would want to tell you what to do with all good intentions from them. But the problem with such goals are that you will struggle to be committed to completing the goals. That is why you should make your own decisions on what to do, on how to achieve your goals. So to recap, the first thing to do, or that you can do to maintain a healthy, selfish attitude, is to know who you are. If you don't know who you are, people will subconsciously, you're allowing people to tell you who you are, and they will mold you into boxes and tell you how you're supposed to behave. Secondly, try not to be a people pleaser. Please yourself, love yourself, then you'll be able to have enough love for every other person. Because if you don't know how to love yourself, you cannot love other people. And thirdly, be focused on everything you set your heart on doing, because if you're not focused, other people are going to tell you what they think should be important in your life. So with that, I would want to encourage you to look more into self-awareness development, because it's going to help you. If someone says, what would you desire for yourself? I'm sure you would desire worthiness, you would desire happiness, health, vitality, clear-mindedness, being focused and eager for life. So all those things are what you would want for yourself. In that same vein, I think when you know that you want such things for yourself and you know how beneficial such things are to your life, you'll be able to share that to people around you, to your work colleagues, to your loved ones, your family, friends, business associates. So that is why it's good to have a healthy selfish attitude or mindset. Because I'm saying it is selfish because you just have to know yourself first. You just have to love yourself first, because without loving yourself, you will not be able to love any other person. So till then, I want to say bye for now. Till next time, I want to say bye for now, sorry. But don't forget to press the like, share and subscribe button. Thank you so much. Take care of yourselves and keep safe. Bye bye.